Ayo review family, keep it high, keep it tight. My name is Jay Morris, the review guy, and I'm back to bring you another video. Hope you're just having the most wonderful day in your little corner of the world. And today I'm going to be doing an album review, well, an EP review by Mestis and his debut album, Eikasia. I still can't hammer down the pronunciation of that and couldn't find anything on it. But basically, this is a solo instrumental project by Javier Reyes of Animals as Leaders fame. He is the guitarist and bassist of Animals as Leaders. And if you didn't know about Animals as Leaders, they're kind of this instrumental, jazzy, genty type of metal band. And in the past, I've given Animals as Leaders a try, but I've never, for whatever reason, been that into their music, because usually I'm used to listening to their type of music, like that type of genty, progressive metalcore type of sound with the actual vocals. So for whatever reason, I've just never really been a big fan of them. But Mestis, Javier Reyes really comes through with a great EP. As far as I know, he hasn't released anything in the past. Now, I'm probably going to eat my words. Like I said, I haven't followed Animals as Leaders that much. So I believe this is his debut album EP. So 7 tracks, and the name is actually derived from something that Plato said about how humans deal with other people's appearances or something, and it would play into that because there's actually a track on this album entitled Plato. So this album really is just banger after banger in terms of instrumental, just jazz, progressive rock. I mean, these instrumentals really remind me of a more updated instrumental from maybe like a Pink Floyd or a Porcupine Tree, definitely Porcupine Tree, or like a Steven Wilson project. Overall, it has a really jazzy sound to it, a really crunchy sound, really nice bass, and it's just like you get these grooves that are so smooth and just so mellow. They stay mellow, but they stay hard hitting, and Javier, I gotta give him props for being able to mix those two things, because not all people can really mix those two together. And track for track, there's not really one that I felt like really mentioning as being either super weak or super strong, because I really feel like all of these tracks are strong. Particularly, I know that the self-titled track, I really enjoy. That track, I really enjoy the one that's called, what was that called? Let me look. Sedosa. I really enjoyed Sedosa. That one, really, I love the kind of atmosphere that song builds, and that's something about this album is a lot of these songs will build this atmosphere, and it's so impressive how, without any words spoken, it can convey emotion, and it really does, because these 7 tracks flow in a concise manner, and they really do feel like they're telling a story, even though they're necessarily not, and they invoke emotion. And Mestis, Javier Reyes, this project reminds me a lot of Chon, which is another Sumerian Records band. They're another kind of instrumental band. They do a lot of music like this. Like, Chon reminds me, well, Mestis reminds me a lot of Chon, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've never been that huge of a fan of Chon, but I've definitely respected their music in the past. So I went into this album thinking that it was just going to sound like Animals as Leaders, because I've never been that big of a fan of them. But as I dug deeper and listened to these tracks, I listened to the album twice because it was short. I have to say, Javier hit it out of the park. I really enjoyed this album, and for an instrumental album, I thought it came out really swell. I think it came out really good. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I would love to hear what you guys think, so if you like and comment, I'll shout your channel out. In the end screen, you can find previous videos. I will maybe link some stuff that's related to this, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Please consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot, and share with your friends. See you next time. My name is Jay Morris, the review guy, and I'm signing off saying farewell.